In this universe,
In this galaxy,
in this world,
beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering.
more opinions.
If you listen,
You will hear.
We are here, yeah,
In spirit, kind of.
ish,
Kinda, sorta.
ish,
More or less.
ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie Friday starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker?
Man, when I saw that back in the day, I thought it was pretty cool.
I watched it probably last year, and I still enjoyed it. The first one. I wasn't a fan of the other ones that kind of got, silly, and not that they were really supposed to be super serious, but the first one, yeah, I quite enjoyed the first Friday. I know it's very random, but something did pop up on my Facebook that said Friday, so
The only thing I remember about that is, well, the two memes of you got knocked the fuck out and damn.
I just, or do you remember when Debo's trying to get Smokey to break into the house? It's like, stop being a bitch. I've seen that a few times, like Zeus, what cross-eyed guy, Tiny Lister, whatever the heck his name is,
Oh,
the big
tiny,
black
yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
Zeus. Yeah, and yeah, I always see this when it's, oh, my friend says I don't want to go to the gym. Stop being a bitch. It's like, whoa. So yeah. So yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Oh,
it's taxi.
good.
She means taxi. That's a Gaelic for taxi.
I pretty cash here for $5.
Get
Get
out
out
of
of
here.
here. Wow, that's an I'll join in a bloody tax you from a poob.
The boob.
You poob? That's an Irish way to say pube, but all right, pube.
Scottish. You say
Oh, yeah.
Irish to her, she will find you.
I hope she does find me.
She's gonna hurt you.
Kinky. Usually got to pay double for that. I ain't no Irish, but it's there for you, bird. Come on. Wow.
Oh, shots fired early. And guess who
Wow.
we have here? Thurman is Raw.
For anyone that remembers, that was the beginning of Raw back in the 90s. It was. It really was.
I remember, I think it was the Monday Night Raw theme. That was great.
Thorn in your eye. Thorn
Yes.
in your eye. That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. Yep.
That was awesome. How you doing, Casey? Good to see you. Glad
Good
to
to see you,
see that
Casey.
you're getting in your shots before text piles on you.
So I just this video popped up and it had I'll call it a great white shark, but every time I see a great white shark, I call it Bruce. Do you know why I call it Bruce?
Wait a minute, that's from a movie, isn't it?
There's a couple things, but yes, Bruce.
Okay.
Okay. So that was what Steven Spielberg named Jaws was Bruce. And for all you Finding Nemo fans out there, that was the name of the big great white shark. That's food. Yeah, fish are friends, not food. The name's Bruce. Yeah, so
If anyone is suing anyone, Casey, Frank is going to sue us for using that picture. Then you'll have to sue him for any damages he gets from us. Trickle
Yes.
down. Yeah.
Yes, trickle down effect. So
Yeah, Reagan.
basically, you're screwed no matter how you look at it. So yeah,
Since the Canadian dollar is like here when the American dollar is here, yeah.
you'll be okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I think you'll survive.
Will he though?
Yeah, maybe.
What does Casey have going on these days? And I'm talking to you, Casey, and I'm referring to you in the third person.
Yes.
Are you doing another 3-hour long live stream, or are you focusing more on arcade games? Self-promotion.
Now, what kind of arcade game has he been focusing on? Like a stand-up arcade one? Is that what he has?
Yes, it's one where you can simultaneously mash the buttons and move the joystick with one hand and attempt to shove the Game Boy game up the butt with the other hand.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel I need to watch that.
Video game colonoscopy. It's the newest thing.
Well, they got everything out there. Got like Farm Simulator and Goat Simulator. Like, why not have video game up the butt simulator?
Or in Texas case, Hillbilly Simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you listen to their Superman show?
Yes.
I was there for quite a while, and I quite enjoyed it.
And there was one comment you made that Tex said that you won the internet for. I do not support you in that comment.
What was the comment? Oh, the Dirty Harry or Clint Eastwood as Frank Castle?
No, it was the something to do with a Superman dick. Yeah, that's as much as I remember.
But I still think that that a 70s style super, like in the vein styling of Superman, Clint Eastwood as Frank Castle would have been pretty cool. I think it would a young Clint Eastwood. It would have been cool. I would have been good. How much you get on this Superman? Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember. Actually, I wonder if I can go back and look at it. Go ahead. But because I thought they could have been a big possibility, honestly, or not. Possibly didn't happen, but it would have been okay.
Back in the 70s, if there were to be a Punisher movie with Clint Eastwood, it would just have been a Dirty Harry ripoff. It would have just been another Clint Eastwood with a big gun throwing out some one-liners right before he shoots someone, kind of like akin to Death Wish.
Hey, I didn't know this, so I guess I can't go look. I just assumed that like all the live stream comments would just stay on the show, but they don't. Yeah, because I went to the Superman the Superman retro movie. I didn't start it, but I brought it up. And yeah, all the chat that was there isn't there. I just honestly figured it would have been there, kind of in the bottom there under all the comments. So never mind.
I think you have to, go a little bit into the video or more toward the halfway point or the end to see current comments at that time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see. I can run that because I have the internet capabilities now. So I can do that while we're...
You have the internet capabilities now.
Well, because I didn't... Oh, there we go. Yeah, because remember, I didn't have it back then, back in... those days.
Back in those days. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just reading. See, it's funny that the boys actually started talking about, like, if you could go back and see movies. Remember, we did Reddit that we discussed that, and they were saying movies they had seen in the theater, and I remember, I don't know if you were with me, probably not, maybe, but I remember going to see the original Ninja Turtles in theater, in the Taiyi Theater.
I know I was there for the second one because Super Shredder kind of scared me.
Okay, yeah, I do remember, yeah.
So the first one I swear I saw on home video. What an experience that was. I remember seeing Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in the theater. That theater was packed for that movie. I sat on the floor.
I remember seeing that too. That was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that was... You know what? And me and Kim just watched that there a few months ago, and it still holds up. I still enjoyed it. I still liked it.
Yet there are very few theater experiences that I remember at this point. I was watching a good hour's worth yesterday. I'll get this out. Sorry, I'll get this out quick before you
That's
go.
okay. That's good.
Giggity. I was watching a lot of audience reactions from various points in Avengers Endgame. Man, I wish I would have been in the theater for that.
Me too. Oh, me too. Especially like when they're going when you hear Falcon go
On your left.
on your left, right?
Yeah.
And like just to walk, I get goosebumps just think as everyone just goes nuts.
Yes, and as a filmmaker, that's what you want in the theater. You want those gigantic reactions that everyone is there to
Yep.
experience collectively. That is the pinnacle of a theater going experience. But then again, it takes 10 or 11 years to get to that point, but it's so worth it in the end.
Because that was a build, right?
Yep.
Like that was a build. The comment well, I'm gonna say this before I say because I figured out what it was. If you there's a reaction trailer to when they released Rise of Skywalker, and everybody goes pretty nuts when the title Rise of Skywalker pops up and you hear Palpatine's laugh. Now the movie left a lot to be desired, but that watching the reaction to that was pretty cool. Like the reaction to the trailer. Now the comment was Frank during a quiz thing or like trivia pointed out that the baby used has baby Superman, and the first Superman was also in the second or third Superman as a kid waiting outside the photo or outside the phone booth as Clark Kent changed. And then there was another one where the same guy was in like Superman Returns as an old man or something.
Yeah,
and
the actor who played the baby in the first Superman from 78 was also in Superman 2, and he was in Superman Returns. Yeah.
Yes. And the comment I said was, I wonder if I think Frank had said, or Tex or someone had made the comment, like, I wonder if he actually used that. And I was like, yeah, hey, guess what? I was baby Superman. Now get on the Superman dick, is what I said. So, yeah.
The views of Nick commenting on the harsh truth do not represent the views of Alex and the Garbage Man.
This is true. That should be a scroll running the whole time on every show.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nick and I went to see the Blair Witch. We were with Penny and April and Ryan.
Yep.
And someone else.
I don't remember, but I remember being with Penny and Ryan.
Yeah.
And you.
And April was there too.
And April, yeah. Yes. Yeah. My favorite memory in the theater, and I know I've brought this up before, and I don't know if you remember it, but was the triple bill when we all got fucked up, and like Deaton got on the stage and started dancing, and they brought out Diane brought out the the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
And that was the night I did mushrooms and didn't tell any of you guys I did mushrooms. You don't remember me screaming when Freddy blew up when Freddy blows up at the end, remember like, and there was like the little things go out over the crowd. I remember I was tripping balls like right then. Because I remember when she gave us the 3D glasses, I'm thinking, this is not going to end. I knew this was not going to end well. And I remember the last movie was a Hellraiser, and we were so gone by then. I don't even remember what Hellraiser it was.
Yeah, nothing to do with the movie itself. All right.
One of my favorite movie experiences was when I went and saw Phantom Menace in theaters. And it was one of the early, like, it wasn't opening night, but it was like within the first week. And when it popped up in a galaxy long, long ago, and like everybody was like, yeah! And then the music hit, and everybody, like, I got goosebumps. Everybody like jumped, yeah! And freaking, yeah. You know,
yep.
I remember everyone like lost their mind.
Well, of course, because the first three films had such an impact on our generation and the generation who saw it live in the theater.
Yep, most definitely. So, yeah, it sucks that you just haven't been able to see. I didn't mind the prequels either. I really didn't. I can get through them. I mean, gosh, I realize how good of a job what's his face did at the lightsaber battles of Anakin, but God, could you have found a more wooden person to play somebody? Oh, it's terrible. I do think about that from Clerks too, where it's like, I am Anakin. My shitty acting is ruining Saga. Just
Oh
saying.
well, he was young.
He was.
He
But
was.
Padme was hot.
Yes.
Natalie Portman, smoke show. Now, I think here's some useless trivia for you. Do you know why Samuel L. Jackson wanted a purple lightsaber?
Oh Jesus, I was thinking about that yesterday. I don't remember the reason.
He wanted to be able to find his character in the middle of the battle scenes when they were up far above because the purple lightsaber would stand out.
Wow.
Yep, that's why.
Wow.
Wow, that's inappropriate.
Then again, she is the same age as us, so it's okay.
Yes, it is okay. Yes, it is.
She might even be a year older than us.
I want to say, I think when we were commenting on the last time we talked about Natalie Portman, we're like, wait a minute. We better go see how old she was before we continue. I think if we did it on the show, I'm like, okay, no, we're good. We're good.
Yep.
She's the right age. We're okay. I was like, hold on a second.
And even her doppelganger lookalike, British actress, can't remember her name at the moment. Oh, Keira Knightley. She was in the first Star Wars as well.
Yes, she was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of a smoke show as well.
Yes, I liked her in Pirates. Oh, she's beautiful.
I liked her with Steve Carell in Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. If Cora shows up, that's a movie I'll recommend to her. She would be so blessed, Tex, if you would give it to her. I can see it now. Is that what you're talking about?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
That Southern Texas pride right here.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
So, let's divert to something that everyone wants to hear about, the weather. Were you on call last week?
No, but I went this morning. This Saturday, and had to work for 7.5 hours.
Hey, OT in the bank, bro.
Yeah, oh, for sure. No, that's exactly how I thought of it. So
good.
Why?
Because I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. It's just to fill time and move away from the movie talk. So we get our usual 3 days of snow here.
Of course.
Followed by our 3 days of intense rain that washes away all the snow.
Okay.
At least it didn't happen in middle to end of December, but it still happened.
Yes. Well, it's kind of like us. We got a pretty big dump of snow, and it's supposed to warm up this week. We're supposed to be like plus 10 by Saturday or something like that. So it's all just going to melt and make it gross and dumb and stupid. So
yeah,
that's just the way it goes. Right. So, but again, the way people were carrying on, you'd think this is the first time Canada ever got snow. Like you would think just the comments and the people are just like, guy, like, holy crap, you live in Canada.
It's like year after year after year, we don't learn from the last time. I have a little car. It's a hybrid, and I didn't buy winter tires this past Christmas, and I should have, but I took my time. I didn't go flying down a hill like it's the dead of summer, and I was fine. No accidents, nothing. Everything was okay.
Yeah. So just people slow, like that's a big thing too. Slow down. I can't believe how fast people drive in these conditions. It's absurd. We talked about it when I came home from the wedding. I'm doing 110 and people are going past me like I'm sitting still, and it's winter.
Context, Jolene. I live in a place where there are quite a few steep hills. So yes. And it doesn't matter what speed I'm doing. Not all of the roads are cleared of snow. So I could be going, and this has happened. I've gone 20 kilometers an hour down a hill that's not that steep, just press on the brake a little bit, and the vehicle starts to go out of control. And there's nothing I can do. So yes, winter tires help in that instance.
Yes.
Mud grip. Okay. Well, when I decide to get a big old pickup truck with mud grip off road, I'll keep that in mind. I can't wait for
I'm just gonna put random pictures up during the show, just random stuff.
The next 30 to 40 years with all of our friends who have tattoos. That meme is gonna not age well because it's gonna be old white women looking at other old white women saying, "I bet she's a weed snorter."
A weed snorer and a fornicator. Dirty fornicator. Yeah, but Jolene, and in fairness though, I have had people in Southern Alberta say to me, "Well, I'll just lock it up into 4-wheel and I can still do 120." So
why?
Because they're dumb.
Oh yeah, how you doing? I'd like to hit your right. I'll see myself out. Sorry, Bolo.
Now, was the annoying ride home for you or for the guy that had to listen to your drunk ass in the back of the cab?
Coming home from the poob.
The poob. Where I thought you meant pube hair.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a Brodyism right there. And I'm referring to her previous comment, not this one, where she tried to say pub but added an E.
Yeah, wait. People are... Hey, isn't spelled wrong? Does she get a Brodyism?
Joe?
Yeah, why isn't it Y-E-A-H?
Because of the flexibility of the English language, can be spelled Y-E-A-H, Y-A-H-Y-A, or Y-U, as in you.
Fucking white people.
Yeah.
Ugh. No wonder English is so hard to learn.
Got no pube. Pics are not true.
Tread lightly, my friend. But no, seriously, picture it's not true. Picture you're walking like a 70s K. Parker bush.
I need Brody to explain that one to me because he's from the 70s.
Oh, well, turn on your IP blocker and type in K. Parker.
No, I'm not going to do
okay. Chicken.
How to make money as a redneck. Buy Tex.
I used to drive a wrecker. And those fuckers would be there and be like, "Hey, you need fixing from wrecking?" And then I'd wreck them. Fix
used to drive a wrecker. That's code for plowing my neighbor's wife. Yeehaw. I've been to Greece and Italy. Back in 97, but I've been there.
I was going to say, did they have thick pubises back in 97?
None that I found in the bread served at the restaurant, so no.
That's probably a good thing, though. Yep. I think, anyways.
Yep. Yeah, we got to cover everything in contractor language now.
Right.
For all you journeymen who are listening, what are we, Uncle Hack? Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all in the pickup truck listening right now to the pod? No.
Okay. Where is that video I want? Okay, no, actually, I'm not gonna show this video. Is this the video I was thinking of? Well, no, it was that video. That video I sent you didn't work. About the girl. Oh, did you? Never mind. We'll talk later. So you said you had a video or a story you wanted me to react to. So we got 10 people watching. We're halfway through the show. We're halfway, like in half an hour in the show. Let's see the story that you want me to react to.
Okay. All right. No, that would be not rain. That would be with snow. And that's when many Texans die from hypothermia and pneumonia because, it's supposed to be hot there all the time, or at the very least, lukewarm.
Lukewarm. All right, story time.
Story time, yes. And shout out to the 12 people who are watching us right now. Sorry, not sorry to bother you or waste your time. Oh, well. All right. So this, I think, falls under stupid people. Stupid people. So there was a guy. He's from Quebec, so he's French. Don't hold that against him yet. But he's also a police officer. So, he's got two things going against him. And yeah, I had the isolated clip, but I'm going to go with the actual story from King 5 out of Seattle. But before I get to that, it's rain that they don't know how to drive in. Checks, please time in. Good thing we're in the stupid people segment. At least you admit you're not invincible in your little world within a world. In a world where Texans think they can do anything. All right. So out of King 5, I think this is 2 minutes long. We can stop at any point in time that you want. I'm pretty sure it's under stupid people. Okay, yeah. So this is adjacent.
You know them as porch pirates, but for some this time of year, the Grinch feels like a more fitting label.
It's frustrating because you've paid for something and then it's gone.
The holiday season historically sees the highest number of package thefts. So the U.S. Postal Service boosts its enforcement, teaming up with local police departments to track down thieves.
It gives us the ability to kind of hone in and try and target areas with a little bit more emphasis on where more of the crime is happening.
This month in the city of Newcastle, investigators placed packages with trackers at doorsteps in neighborhoods and places of business where packages have recently been taken. That led to the arrest of a Newcastle woman and linked her to another package theft in the city.
Really to put an emphasis out, one to the community that, hey, we're out there, but two to the criminals that, hey, you never know when you're going to steal something and then all of a sudden I'm going to show up at your front door.
The Postal Service also does extra training for its mail carriers this time of year, reminding staff to keep an eye out.
Yep.
Like, this way he said that it's just, I'll be at your door. Why don't you have some big rock-looking motherfucker? Not some little pencil-neck dweeb. Like, I'll be at your door and say, hey, why did you take that? Anyways, continue.
If you're being followed, and report if you see something suspicious. According to a study by the security site Safewise, of the 4 major shipping companies, Amazon sees the highest number of stolen packages. Ways to not fall victim to this crime of opportunity: request a signature requirement for a package delivery.
See, this is very important stuff. I don't know if this is part of what your options are when you order something online, but it should be. We should not need the news to tell us this. But
okay, go ahead, keep going.
The one at the bottom, ask a neighbor to bring in the package. That's trusting your neighbor to grab the package from your porch and hold on to it until you come home. If you know your neighbors, okay. But how many people know their neighbors? Tex, I'm not talking to you because everybody knows everybody in Texas. No.
Yeah, Texas.
Yeah.
Schedule a delivery when someone is home, or ask a neighbor or friend to bring in the package.
Okay.
Giggity, bring in the package.
So I'm looking, you can add direct delivery instructions to the person. You can give codes, box numbers, front door, and you can add more instructions too, like if you need additional instructions to find the address. So you could put different things if you wanted to. You could put like, can you please put it under the stairs for me, or there's a box underneath the stairs, could you put it in there for me? So I'm thinking, holy crap, hello, really?
There you are. I was going to add you to the list of people we haven't seen. Hello, really? Oh, going hard in the paint already. Wouldn't expect anything less from you, really. Good to see you.
Oh my God. Do
What?
we even need to watch that? Because I just read the headline.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost too easy, isn't it?
Like,
Now, keep in mind, this is from Fox News. They are the online clickbait trolls of the news
yeah,
media. Well, the most obvious. So,
yes.
attempting to flee on foot after stealing packages from a porch. Now, this is in the Canadian province of Quebec. And as we go through the article, this right here. If you get some proof that somebody might have stolen something, call the police. Give them proof. Give that proof to the police, he said. We'll do the investigation, bring that person to justice, and file some charges. He's saying that you cannot post the images yourself of ring cams and porch cams because you have to remember, in Canada, we have a presumption of innocence, and posting that picture could be a violation of private life. This writes itself, so please.
So this butt dumpling that I do not know has taken something off my porch without my permission, which is theft. So this officer that is in Quebec can go shove a lily pad up his ass. You Pepsi motherfucker. For those of you who don't know, my father explained to me that, you know how Frenchmen are like Pepsis, right? Or a bottle of Pepsi?
I'm almost afraid to ask.
Yeah, because they're empty from the neck up. Suckerly blur.
Oh, hold on. That deserves one of these.
Thank you.
Wow. Yes. You know what, Junior? Sometimes a puppy needs to be kicked and a kid needs to be abused. I'm just saying, in Minecraft. Allegedly.
Oh shit. There's this video. I gotta find it. So it's like it says teach them young. And it's a dad trying to measure the tape or the measuring tape. It's like, and he looks over and he's like, hey, I thought I told you to hold that fucking thing. And this little kid is like all confused and stuff. So like it's a joke, but anybody that's my age and older, like our age, I don't know about you, Alex, but we all had to do the undaunting task or the daunting task of holding a flashlight for your dad while he worked on a car. Yeah, we all did it. We all know how that went, right? So, and then people are in this chat like, oh, he needs to lose his child. And it's like, this is how we were all talked to. And then like people under there are commenting after this woman's comment saying like, you people are the reason children are the way they are now. That's why there's no more hard people anymore. It's why you can't yell at anybody. It's why everyone gets their feelings hurt immediately nowadays. But yeah, you can continue with this story, but that just made my head hurt. Like, oh, good. Ugh.
Big Red's comment. Beautiful. The punchline. Oh, just brilliant. Especially King Charles with them Dumbo ears. Nah, that's going a bit too far. My ears kind of stick out too. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
And we're off. Wow.
Fight. Jerry. This is the show now.
I just kind of want to sit back and watch these guys go at it now. Okay.
Yes.
Like,
so the reason I bring that up. So the alleged private life of alleged criminals. So the presumption of innocence does exist. I can understand why the police officer said that. If someone comes onto your property, that does not mean the presumption of innocence has ended. Think of delivery drivers, or police or friends or someone who's looking for a lost dog, the presumption of innocence is still intact. It's in this particular case when the presumption of innocence ends because said person takes something from your property. In this particular case, a package, which makes them a porch pirate. Now, I would like to apply, I don't know which state it is, Tex will fill me in a minute, giggity, of the castle doctrine. And I think castle doctrine could be expanded to include packages that are for you that have been delivered to your residence, become a part of your property once they are dropped off at your residence. And if someone attempts or does steal the package, you can use castle doctrine to defend said property. Yeah.
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 Like, yeah.
Holding barbed wire. Wow.
Yeah, same thing. Like, yeah, hold up like piece of just sheetrock when you're 13 and you can't, and you're getting yelled at because it's a piece of fucking sheetrock.
Nikki Haley, I know what you're trying to say. Was Nikki Haley the one who was in the theater recently and she was given the old handy? Yeah, I'd vote for her.
No, that was the chick in Colorado.
Never mind.
See, hand job theater.
Hand job theater. Yeah.
That was Lorraine Bobbitt. Or Bobbitt.
Lauren Boebert.
Lauren Boebert. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
run
up for a
president.
good time.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Shots fired.
I'm going to do a Republican joke now. I identify as a person who has a head full of hair.
So that means I have it.
Yes.
You're just being a bigot and a racist, and you're worse than Hitler.
Literally Hitler.
Literally. You're literally worse than Hitler. Literally.
Yes. Well, we got internet blood sports going on in the chat, and I like it.
It's awesome.
Texas and Florida have the best versions. Yes, I think I first heard about the castle doctrine from Florida. Not specifically from Florida, man, but, Florida.
I like her to doctor my Texan. What?
Your political cut. Yeah, get him.
None is sexier than a woman that says those words.
That old fart joke. I'll have you know, I don't think I ever knew my great-grandma.
I did.
Oh.
I did. My Papa. Yeah. She was a fine piece of ass. I would Lorraine her Bobbert.
Moving on.
No? Fun. Anyways, what's next?
Stop the screen. So
stop. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna, because I've got the clip. I might as well play it of said Mountie or Quebec RCMP officer, and this is a good 30 seconds, 27 seconds. So we'll give him the floor, just so
post the images yourself, because you have to remember that in Canada we have a presumption of innocence, and posting that picture could be a violation of private life.
Instead, he says if anything is stolen, call 911.
It's always after the fact. Once you've got the video, the person is long gone. So this is more of a warning to the public. If you see this person, they have stolen my property, that's usually the reason behind posting this kind of thing.
If you get some proof that somebody might have stolen something.
You mean like a video? Oh.
Then call the police, give the proof to the police, and then we'll do the investigation. We'll bring that person to justice and we'll file some charges.
No, I'd rather go with mob mentality. Things usually get resolved much faster that way.
Yeah, I'd rather just put it all over Facebook and everywhere I possibly could. And then, then maybe I'll just get my stuff back. I'll just go that way instead.
But I do like the King 5 story about putting trackers in packages.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, because that news story has been shared, people who steal packages, they're going to open up the package, they're going to look for the tracker, they're going to take the merchandise and throw away the package, or at least, open it up in their vehicle when they're not at home, discard the package somewhere. So yeah, there's always a workaround.
But there are some pretty stupid people out there, though.
I agree.
That might not even think about doing that, just saying. And still just bring it with them, so.
He's referring to the Quebec police officer.
That's why I can't take him serious, because, yeah. And if I do there, it isn't, it's not against the law. If you do that, they're a sucker labeler.
Hello, Jason. Sorority, yes, there we go. Yes, because the road in front of a person's house is public property. If a person goes onto your property, they still kind of retain their presumption of innocence and privacy, but I think it becomes more not as clear when a person goes onto another person's property.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey, no need to kink shame.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, Junior, weren't here. It's okay for a woman to say dudes with big packages, or it's got to be over 6 feet tall, or he's got little dick energy. But if you say about a woman, well, if she has like gaping vagina energy, oh, you'd be a piece of crap. It's just, But we talked about that on the last week's show, so
yeah,
we won't do that again.
I think the latest trend, Jolene, is to fill an old Amazon package with either fireworks or a very, very low grade explosive, just not to harm someone, but just to scare them in amongst the garbage. My God.
Well, the last part's right, the masturbation part. I'm just saying.
Uh-oh, here's the old man. Yes, public street or on someone else's on their property, meaning their driveway, their lawn. There's got to be something like a dividing line, Dad, when it comes to crossing from the lawn or the street onto the actual building itself, the steps, the porch into the house.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I have to maintain it, like it's my responsibility to take care of the yard and blah blah blah, shovel the sidewalk. That's my property. So if I'm recording your ass and you steal my shit, I'm gonna put you on blast.
I've seen that too, Jolene. Those are great.
I agree with Jay's comment. I order a ton of Amazon, and knock on wood, I have never had this issue. I order a lot of Amazon.
Now, being the pessimist, I will say yet.
Yeah, that's why I got knocked on wood, because hopefully,
It's probably more common either in the United States as a whole country or maybe in certain and specific areas. I have no frame of reference when it comes to statistics on this kind of thing. So maybe I'm being the fearmonger here. Maybe I am Fox News in this case.
Well, no, I've seen we watched that Neighborhood Wars or whatever, and I've seen lots of videos. There's actually a couple where like this woman runs up on the deck and ends up like slipping and breaking her ankle while she's trying to steal the package. So the driver has to come pick her up. And like, you know.
That sounds familiar. Now, the interesting thing would be if she attempted to sue at that point for
Yeah.
damages.
But the thing is that she just like, she tripped on the stair. It wasn't like it was icy or nothing. She just like lost her footing.
Ooh, Jesus. You're giving people ideas.
Yeah, have you seen that video when those guys try to eat that fish? Oh,
no.
I just watched it. It's some weird but Norwegian fish that's like, oh God, gross. It's just like just watching these guys like open it and they're like gagging and puking. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. I'll pass.
I read that in the Bible. Oh my God. Was that the Old Testament? I'm assuming so. And Jesus said, no. They lost. Wow. And if you didn't have insurance on it, they probably have said, well, that's your fault.
Way to go, A.A.T.G.M. Okay, so you had another story you wanted to discuss. The class is here right now, so. The Facebook thingy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
See, this is why I have a co-host, because otherwise they'd be like, what am I talking about now?
Yeah.
All right. Good. The company was kind enough.
Awesome.
But Canada Post said, oh, that's your fault, even though we didn't deliver the package. All right, so this has been going around on Facebook for at least the past month, if not month and a half. And for whatever reason, I put it off until now. But as a public service announcement, I would like to remind people again, this is not real. I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand this, but this is a bunch of BS. The instant you sign up for Facebook, you agree to their terms of service, which includes everything that you post, that becomes property of Facebook, and they can use it in any way, shape, or form that they wish. Believe me, I've read the terms of service. That's in there. So this idea of if I copy and paste this, I can do anything I want. No, you can't. What you can do is stop posting stuff or leave Facebook. And that is all that I have to say about that. What say you, Mr. Garbage Man?
I'm agreeing with you. It's stupid shit. It's just every time that I see people post that, I just feel like saying like, you're dumb. This isn't happening. It's never happening. Stop sharing this crap.
Yeah, especially the first sentence, signed at 12:53. It even came on TV, and there's no reference. There's no source, so wrong.
And it came on TV? Wow.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Came all over the TV hard.
Oh, yeah.
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 I found really that FedEx is pretty good. If they go to your place, you're not there, they will drop it off at their depot and you can go pick it up from there. And that I really like. They will not leave it outside your door. So FedEx, I approve of at this point. And that's pretty much the only one. All the others, UPS, there have been some smaller companies that just terrible. So FedEx is the only one I can really trust at this point.
What about IP Freely?
Esquire?
Yeah, sure.
He got me out of a parking ticket once.
Ugh.
But if we like your stick, are we sucking it in a metaphorical way?
Wait a minute. What are you asking me to suck?
Does he win either way? Facebook. Oh my God. I gotta Photoshop Tex's likeness onto Kathy Bates's head. Facebook is the devil from The Waterboy.
Yeah.
Oh, where is this coming from, I wonder? That's going to be a moment of Zed, not this week, maybe next week, because Nick brought that up last week, and I'm still looking for the one that I came up with. But
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, nice. Jesus, I remember. Yeah, I remember that back in Mackenzie back in the day. If you got a parcel, yeah.
They still do that sometimes. I like Slim Jims.
Have some kind of fat person fishing pole. What's this?
Here to learn, Steven. Shut up. Shut up, Steven. Fucking here and get my learn on. Jonathan.
Kind of gray.
Does that mean you get dildos from online? Don't they come in a gray bag?
Yeah, so they appear nondescript.
Yeah. A nondescript gray bag. Yeah. Right?
Oh, there was one that I saw on social media. And I'm going to post it momentarily. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Where's Cora? I found something for her. Here it is. That's going to be my life. What can I say? I like my computer.
I do too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I get it. I shouldn't even be acknowledging that comment. You know, Junior's going to take that out of context and he's never going to let it go, and neither is really. And that's going to be the one thing that they come together on.
Hold on a second. You still do that bullshit, redneck? Oh, good Lord. I just saw something.
Tex, have you ever been to a sex toy store?
A lot. If you mean an ammo store, I go 12 times a day. And I ejaculate 92.
One for each bullet that I buy.
Ah, poof, ah, poof.
What sort of you know, are you? Oh.
Oh, are they going to say congratulations on the Cowboys making the Super... Never mind. Wait a minute. That's not what happened.
Okay, one more stupid person thing. I'm pretty sure this is not a real thing on Facebook, but I thought it was funny anyway. Uploading. Uh-huh. Yeah, come on, it's a picture. Okay, here we go. So if anyone thinks this is real, you have probably had a stroke. High sugar consumption? Maybe. More sleeping, especially at morning. Do you really think the WHO would say specially instead of especially? Or eating meal as opposed to eating meals while watching the TV or the computer?
Why are you asking so many questions?
Because I am an inquisitive young man.
You definitely are.
This one's hilarious. Number 7, habit of blocking slash stoping urine. Not stopping, Stoping.
Sometimes you gotta stop it.
Wasn't that a popular song back in the mid 2000s? You gotta stope it.
Usually some girls will pay double for that. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought we were talking about gray bags again. My bad.
Oh. Yes, that is. Yeah. Oh, I almost got into that. Never stope your urine. Never stop it either, because the sudden stoppage can cause bacterial problems in the urethra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let her buck.
Inquisitive. Yes. Young. Yeah. I identify as a young attack helicopter. So
Yes.
fuck you.
Just like that.
Whoa. Now, for someone Tex's age, it should be mammogrammed because he's droopy.
Yes.
He's younger than us.
Droopy tits.
Yeah. Even though he's younger than us.
No, he's not.
He doesn't look it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
All right. You notice how we don't hear from Casey right now? It's because Tex showed up and
Yeah.
Casey didn't want to get the old verbal beat down.
Yeah. Because Casey knew what was up, and he knew that he was going to be fucking taken to task for being Casey.
Subscribe to Casey.
Yes, that too.
So Tex or someone should create an alt account called Thurman is Raw. Just create that channel. Now, I don't think this is
a great
real
idea.
Either. Thurman is Raw, and subscribe
Thurman
to
is
Casey.
Raw. Yeah. And just get on there and mess with them.
Now, if someone in our chat were to post this, would it be really or would it be Junior? Do you get it?
Yes.
Yeah. That reminds me of Bill Hicks's old joke of mommy's new roommate, or no, it was damn it, now I screwed it up. Now I'm going to be haunted by the ghost of Bill Hicks. It was Daddy's new roommate, or Heather's two mommies, or Daddy's new roommate, because they'll accept lesbianism but not gays. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Yes.
Pics or it's not true. No, don't say no.
Please don't.
Thank you very much to Amanda for liking us on Facebook. I guess she's got nothing better to do.
Right. It's like, hey, the morons are talking again.
Pics. No, that's Big Red. She's actually 55. Yeah. Do you want that picture, Ryan? I'll send it to you. I agree. Yes, it's the visual. Some people get hung up on if they're not natural, they suck. I don't want to see them, blah, 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 blah. But it's the visual. That's the first impression.
You know, I always think about the Ron White bit when he talks about boobs. And it's like, yeah, once you've seen one set of tits, you want to see them all.
Oh.
He's like, it could be some big old biker chick, and she'd be like, y'all see my tits? And I'd be like, yeah, I do. All right. Roll them back up. This way, he's got this smoke. This way, he's like, yeah, I do.
That's a fascination in this day and age, really, how they get triggered by the LGBTQIAS plus community, especially trying to demonize them. They want their children. They want your children. No, they don't. No, they freaking don't.
Now, but it is also funny how triggered people on the left can get about people on the right. It goes both ways. It does go both ways.
In what regard?
Well, when you talk about guns, abortions, like whenever that topic comes up, it's never a talk, it's just screaming and yelling. So there's just as much triggering on the left as there is the right. It's both sides.
Yeah.
You know,
But
and
it's go ahead.
well, but it is that I don't know. Well, do you want to know what really? I don't. It to me, it wasn't the LGBTQ plus movement. It was the transgender is what's really done it. Because I've said on the show before, last year, for my son's 18th birthday, so it's been 2 years ago. Sorry, there was rainbow beer. I remember the Bud Light had the rainbow cans, and nobody really cared. And when they put that person, who's the transgender that they put on the Bud Light
Dylan
can,
Mulvaney.
thank you. Everybody lost their minds. That's when it just went nuts.
And it's not like that can was distributed countrywide. It was only for Dylan. I had never heard of Dylan Mulvaney until the whole thing blew up.
Yeah, and neither did I. So, yeah.
Initially, I agree with you, but when tempted, yeah, I do. It is
sure
cringe.
do.
I don't know. Yes, the new Satan. Yes. Yep.
Or a priest.
Uh-oh. Who's going to jump in on that one? I bet Junior. I bet he's going to. No, it's a Democrat. Then they're going to go back and forth and nothing's going to get resolved. Wait a minute. Do they? What was Kid Rock? I swear he's a conservative.
He is.
But then he's one. He's one person out of how many hundreds of thousands or millions of Republicans in the United States. I'm not going to use the blanket statement, Junior. I'm just saying one guy. I can name one guy. I'm still cringe. Oh well.
I like how Alex just moved past that comment because I don't know what the comment was. Your dad's comment. So
I had no frame of reference to connect it to.
Low hanging titties.
Dad, stop.
I don't know if that's what it was, but that's unless he's talking about the Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light.
He's not.
I can't stop. I got it. Dad even said I got it. That's one thing I never thought we'd talk about on this show. Okay. Whew, I'm good.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Oh crap. Thank you, Bruce. Look how red I'm in the face. Thanks, Bruce. Oh.
Dad, you need to go away. Wow, Tex has a point. Put that one in the history books. Ooh.
But now, go ahead. No, we went at the same time. Go.
Remember, really, it's under the guise of we're protecting the children and culture and society and we're preserving the morals. Go, Nick.
Now, there is a difference between cancel culture and what the right, the left, or the right is doing. Because cancel culture is you're not allowed to talk anymore. You're dead. You're done. You can't have a job anymore. You can't do anything. All the right is saying, the big part of it is, I'm just not going to buy Bud Light anymore. I'm not going to shop at Target. that almost comes back to the whole when there's a discussion, you can never have you never see someone from the left, like an educated person who talks about it, right? This is the same thing. The right's not out there going, yeah, well, yeah, well, maybe they are. Sorry, maybe they are. But maybe they are saying, fuck, they are saying fuck Bud Light. But the thing is, the difference is when they say fuck Bud Light, they're going to stop buying it. And like the left, who's like, oh, yo, your whole life needs to be ruined now because 17 years ago you called someone the bad F word that describes a homosexual. So your whole life has to be done now. There's a big difference. Big difference. And also, Kid Rock is a moron when it comes to that because, yeah, you have millions of dollars, Kid Rock, and you could blow up your beer. I bought the beer. I'm going to drink it still.
I spent the money. In this economy, I can't afford to be shooting up Bud Light cans.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm going to apply to be a moderator on the Harsh Truth. So goodbye, everybody. It's been fun.
Oh, great. Now I got to go squeeze on Frankie's titty and get on his show because I don't have a show anywhere. Great.
No, you could always call up Brody.
Now hold on a second. What Jay just said there, burning books. No, not in that comment did it say anything about burning books. I'm saying what he described there, Jay, about canceling Target or canceling Target and Bud Light. Burning books and removing books from schools and any book is ridiculous. People should have the right to read, and that's also on the parents to know what your children are reading. We all snuck things and read stuff we shouldn't have been reading. So, ooh, you're always like, "What's up to Alma?" Might do Kiss Flowers here now. Hey, Ashley, what's up?
Hello, Ashley.
How you doing?
One of the reasons that I wrote up the little description for this show involves Ashley. And not to go into too much detail, because I haven't asked her. And thank you to Ashley for liking us on Facebook. But for a good while, Ashley was not in a good place. However, through trying and failing and trying again and failing again and trying again and perseverance and patience and help and love and support, she finally got out of that bad place. And not only did she do that, she turned it around and created in a loose way a job for herself where she uses that experience from that bad time to help other people. So if you want inspiration, look no further than our friend Ashley. And because I didn't ask her if I could go into detail, that's as far as I'm going with it. It doesn't sound very descriptive, but when I need inspiration, I will think of Ashley.
And she's hot as fuck. Just saying. What's up? Okay, but you can't. Okay, listen. I know what you're doing, Junior, and I know, like, I don't know what you're doing. Everybody, but I can't say that because everybody has inner demons. Everybody has. I don't care who you are. I don't care how righteous you are. I don't care how good of like everybody has something that's every person. And there's no sexual giggities here, like has something in them that they're fighting and that they're always dealing with. So I'm just reading what he said. And to what Jay said, no, I'm not saying that at all. No, I'm not at all saying that they don't do cancel culture. That's not what I'm saying. I was saying on those specific examples that that really had put out there. I think it was really put out there. Like there's a different way of dealing with it, and they each have the different ways.
Trainwreck. Decent movie. I think it's worth a watch once.
Yeah.
Not by people like Junior and Tex, but I thought it was okay. I like Bill Hader. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I hate to be inspired. Always the naysayer.
Oh, it's not just tonight. Not just tonight.
The instant Ginger Twat Scott shows up, his horny meter just,
Mhm.
breaks through the glass ceiling.
And then Ashley shows up and it's just over. Like, we're done. I need to go have a cold shower. Good Lord.
He's got to cut his wrist to bring down his blood pressure.
No. See, okay, Ash, like the best. Yeah, I figured that's what she was talking about. Facebook's always a little delayed on the comments. It's always slow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we've said before, the best place to comment is on YouTube. And while there, give us a like if you haven't already liked us. So
She has.
um
There it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Tex has something of a point, because the fighting between two sides, that does distract us to a point.
Yes, it does. Because that's you lose. Because I again, and I know I've said this before. I don't want to be that guy that's like. This kind of seems like this comic came out of nowhere. What are they hiding? Kind of thing, right? Like I never wanted to be that guy, but then things start like. What was it like? Well, the big thing is still the proper Epstein list that they're claiming there isn't out there yet. I'm just saying, and it's like they're like, oh, well, here. Did you guys realize that UFOs are real? And we're like, yeah, no, that's fine, but the Epstein list. Can we please see the? Well, oh shit, there's a war over here now. Woo! Look at like it's it's like NWO, full life. Oh, wrong NWO. Sorry.
I'm going to push back on you a little bit, Ginger. You say NWO, paranoids, and conspiracy nuts, but then the last sentence, the evil wants divide. Well, then you got to define what the evil is. Is it an actual group of people? Because then that's feeding into NWO, paranoids, and conspiracy nuts.
Yes.
So to say that there's a cabal or a group, that's very, very difficult to actually prove. It's much easier to say it and say it over and over and over again and yell about it, like Alex Jones does.
Yes.
But to actually prove it, that is the difficult position.
Most definitely. Yes.
Because you got to have fun every once in a while.
Every once in a while. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. Oh, excuse me.
But who is it? All right.
Yes, but I'll say it. And then we'll start moving along here, okay? Who is the supervillain?
Yeah.
Who is the bad guy? It's kind of like when we've talked about censoring what people write online. Who says what's inappropriate? Where does the line get drawn, right?
But who wrote the book?
Yeah.
It goes back to who is the creator, who is behind the curtain,
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. There is no defined bad guy in the real world. There are people who we don't know about who want things, but that does not mean that they control everything. And this is not against anything you're saying, Ginger. This is just in general, powerful people and perhaps corporations and companies that want a certain thing, but they are not steering world affairs. That's very difficult to do. It's trying to steer a ship that is the size of a country, using a strange metaphor. Trying to steer that ship, it turns very, very, very slowly against the tide. Democrats are always the bad guys. Well, if you're on the side opposite Democrats, yes, it looks that way.
I totally got distracted, and I'm trying to change this. There's no music, but I feel this way. You know the video.
Okay.
Yeah, when that like I can't not headbang to it.
Yes, and that video behind, that's when they went to Russia.
Yep. I will say Phil's his singing was so wretched in this song. Like it was horrible, but just the rest of the band carried it. It was so awesome. Yeah. And that's just it, Ashley. Live your best life.
Hence best.
Yeah. Do what you can, and because God, and every day you're tested. There's days where you're just like, why? Why is this happening right now? But it's just I'm sure it happens to all of us in traffic every day. Where today, we're loading snow, and what we do is we windrow it into the center of the road, and we have a snowblower that blows into a truck. We drive it away. It takes 30 seconds, 45 seconds at the most to fill a truck. There's 3 trucks. Okay, so it's going to take a minute, minute and a half, right? Right? And there's a windrow, keep in mind. So and we're going this way. So it's two-way traffic.
Yeah.
So we're literally going to be 2 minutes tops, and we're going to be gone, clear the gut traffic and go. What does all the traffic do? They turn in the oncoming lane, go around us into oncoming traffic. And we're all and I'm getting yelled at the radio. I'm about to go full broadband on the radio, but I'm like, I better not do that. And it's just like, because you just like, it's not worth getting in a fight over. Especially with a work colleague, when you get back to the shop, you're going to, like cut promos on each other. And it's not good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, all right.
Paradoxal undressing. Wow, that's something I haven't heard in a long time. The brain
Yeah,
is
me neither.
fascinating.
It is a fascinating thing what it does to protect itself.
I am going to look that up momentarily. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, because the body, it thinks that it's warm, if I believe correctly, because it's warming the inner part of your body. So your outer extremities, I believe, are like, because the blood's getting pulled into the inner core, so it feels like you're heating up. So that's why a lot of people, when you find them who have died from hypothermia, are naked, because they feel that they're burning up and they got to cool off.
Yes, that was explained on the Starlight Tours episode of Canadian True Crime.
Oh, you want to hate police? Listen to that. Go look up that story. The state. What is that again, Alex? Sorry, the Starlight Tours.
I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a minute.
Yeah, and the Reader's Digest version. You need to go listen. If you guys want to hear an effed up story, these officers would pick up either drunk, well, usually drunk, or natives that were walking. Natives, specifically natives. And drive them out to the middle of the bald-ass Saskatchewan prairies and kick them out of the vehicle so they would freeze to death. It is, wow. That's when it's hard to, defend police, because, wow.
Yeah, and I swear I heard about that when I was visiting friends and family in Prince Albert back in 98? Maybe it was 97. Sorry, it's taken a minute to find this because there are so many. Jesus, maybe it's labeled as something else. Saskatoon freezing deaths. Great.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, go ahead. Don't go.
If y'all want a good podcast to listen to, Canadian True Crime, which is canadiantruecrime.ca, episode 75, Saskatoon freezing deaths. It's got to be a good hour 20, I think. Hour 26. Okay. Yep. This goes into good depth, giggity, on this.
Yeah, and she does a very good job. It's a crazy, crazy story.
Yep. So canadiantruecrime.ca, episode 75.
Well, if he is, you better let him out because he's suffocating. Suffocating.
That's what was that the first Rambo? I remember they had him on the outside of town because I can't remember the name of the actor who played the sheriff. We don't want your kind around here. Wow. So it's not confined to Canadian police.
Wow. Ugh. Wow. Disgusting.
Well, I didn't think we'd be doing this to Tex, but now was Prince Albert is his can, though? I know what a Prince Albert is, but that's not what I'm referring to.
That's when you get something put through your wiener hole.
I understand. My God.
Okay.
Survey says. right.
I am tired. I am hungry. I need to have a shower. Let's wrap this up.
I'm going to say yes, Ginger. Brian Dent, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I can't believe I saw his face. I can't remember stuff now for whatever reason. Goddamn. There's a website. I think it's called Damn Autocorrect or something like that. I used to go to it years ago. It was cool. That PA joke is older than I am. Yep. So I think we have time for a Karen segment if anyone is interested. Are you?
Always.
Okay. It's got to be a good one.
Yeah, we need a good one.
Yes. Okay. I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. Oh my God. Stop. There is a Texan named Trumpster Bob Jr. and he put out the challenge to Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez that if she did not show her vajayjay, then that means she is a secret Muslim because they cut off the clitoris. So in order to prove that she wasn't a Muslim, you see where that logic is going.
Yeah, and just for that stupidity, let me enlighten the crowd.
Thank you so much, Ginger, or Big Red.
Thanks,
you.
Red.
Thank
Love
for being
you.
here.
See you next week, dear. Miss your
Thank you
face
so
already.
much. Oh, you know what? I'm going to play this anyway, even though we're way past that point. I should have played this when she was talking about the NWO. This is the new Bilderberg drop. The globalists.
I love it. Love it.
There goes my lunch. You're welcome. Not everyone needs to eat all the time.
No.
On a related note, do not mix creatine hydrochloride with coffee.
Good call.
Thank you. And moving on. Lyndon Johnson had a huge... I've heard that too.
Oh.
Don't care to find out. I knew you'd like that text. Yeah, that was for Ryan, who said
it was.
huge. Yep. Please stop. Okay, please. I can't believe I laughed at that, but all right. He apparently nicknamed it Jumbo. How come there are no Canadian prime ministers who have stories like that? I'm ashamed to be Canadian. No, I'm just saying. Anyway. And Karen. You ever been biking around on the old trail?
Yes.
Okay. You don't want to run into this person.
So upset then if your children are so wonderful.
Because you're walking out here. Let them be kids.
Sorry, that was a different one. This is just Karen.
Oh yeah, there is everywhere I go, these shrieking kids. I go in my backyard. Yeah! Okay, lady! Okay! Everybody has to shriek! Okay! This is the world we live in! Everybody yells!
Get over yourself.
Oh yeah, well your kids are shrieking! I heard them way over there! Oh, they're kids! Well, I'm an adult! Can I shriek?
Stop it. You guys.
Oh, there's no way that I
the
can get
kids
up
are picking her on.
What's that?
The kids are picking at her. I can hear the kids making comments.
Freaking kids!
I'm sorry.
Everywhere they are!
You feel that way.
Well, it's true, lady!
You are screaming also right now.
Yeah, because your kids are! Why can't I?
You can.
Is it a law that only your kids and these kids can shriek.
Listen, you can scream, but then don't get mad at our kids for shrieking, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm only shrieking because they were.
But they're outside enjoying
Oh,
themselves.
they're outside. Well, why don't you take them inside your house to let them shriek? Or do you not like that?
No,
They do.
Well, then take them back there.
We're just outside for an outing. They don't have school today, ma'am.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to relax, and all I hear is shrieking kids.
Can you come here Tuesday to Friday?
Oh, you see? I have to come at a certain time. Okay, what is your schedule? I can only come at your schedule. I'm sorry, I didn't know you owned this place.
No, if you don't want to listen, if you don't want
It's funny. I only get to come on my wife's schedule too.
Yeah, I know. If I don't want to hear kids, then I gotta wear earphones, right?
Yep.
And there's that. Good Lord.
Maybe she can. Are you jealous? All right. Junior wins the internet for today. Tex, give him a big old Southern applause. Kill it with fire before it lays eggs.
Right?
Well, that was fun.
All right. Let's go.
Another week down.
And
What do you got for
apparently
music?
every woman in the world has a vagina, according to Junior. Or I mean a penis. Words English hard. What am I gonna go with? I want to go with you have to watch the video. You can download it too, the song. You need to watch Alice in Chains Unplugged Nutshell. And like I got two of the songs actually. And just to watch him Lane sing is just like whew. Like you could tell he was in the throes of heroin, like so deep into addiction. And he just looks like a walking corpse. But man, can he sing.
Mm-hmm.
And the second song is from Zach Bryan, and it's called Billy Stay. And I believe that what I've got out of this song is it's the guy who is about to pass away, and his wife's at his bedside. And they're talking. She's just listen to it. I quite enjoyed it. It's a country song. I love it. Billy Stay. What a great song. And I just discovered it last week. So awesome song. Movies, sir.
I watched a whole lot of trash in the past 7 days, so I have no movies to recommend. However, I do have a documentary to recommend. This was something of an underground cultural phenomenon that happened in the early 1990s. There was a band called G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies. This documentary is from Todd Phillips from 1993 called Hated, G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies. This is behind the cultural phenomenon that was G.G. Allen. Some referred to him as the last American rock star because he did not give any fucks. Not a single, I say that, but now I'm wanting to backpedal because he had to care somewhat about his bandmates. He had to care somewhat about the people who were employed at the venues that he played. But if you watch this documentary, which is 52 minutes long, I think it's 53 including credits, you will understand that this guy did not care about anything. And he says so as much, and he says it somewhat basically, but also somewhat eloquently. I didn't expect at first a man who did that kind of stuff on stage to be able to explain his thought process, but he does. He's open with the camera, and it's great to see someone like that open up and say, this is why I do this. This is my thought process. So to get an idea of why someone like that would do what they do, please watch it. Wow, that explains so much. How many times have you been to a university, or was it a college that he went to, and be completely naked in front of college students and take a banana and put it in your butthole.
Like you do.
Like you do. Rock and roll terrorist. Yes, there was a great quote he had, something that his words are bombs and the audience is the target, something like that. Whew. So yeah, there's that.
All right. Well, it was a great show, guys. Thank you for sticking around for this as long as you did. Yeah, have a great week, guys. Love you lots, and just take care of each other. Be nice to one another.
Yeah. Think before you say something, think before you do something. We're all in this together for as long or as short a time that we are. And hopefully, not only can we make the best of it, but we can make it less uncomfortable for each other by, as Nick said, loving each other if we can. Don't that he's not saying that. Or is he? No, I'm not. Good night, Dad.
Guys.
Good night. So thank you everyone who showed up. Ashley, Amanda, Dad, Junior, Riley, Jolene, Bolo, Tex, Alma, Casey, Big Red, and the Reverend Ryan. People who we haven't seen in a while, but we hope are doing well. Overseer, Penny, Jen, Tamara, Sarah, my friend Sarah, Corey, both Trevors, both Cindys, both Jolenes, not the Jolene who is here. Nick's mom, Nathan, my Auntie Kathy, and I've forgotten his name already. Hanama. We'll probably see Hanama in December of this year. I hope not, but if we do, well, at least he's doing his once a year thing.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. Everyone, please mourn the death of Gloria Pouchefontain's quiche smelling uterus.
Yes, please.
I never That explains a lot.
Night, Junior.
This is why Tex does not have neighbors.
Yeah.
You forgot. Did I forget Tex? Is he not?
Oh, tomorrow night. Is it tomorrow night? The Harsh Truth. They're doing the Batman review.
Yes, Batman 89.
Yes. Be there or you're dumb. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say be there or be a dildo.
No. So, anyways, bye, guys.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Monday.